Did you know that 70% of high school students need some form of reading help and remediation? You might be surprised as to why.
One common misconception about reading is that someone who can read the words in a text also deeply understands those words.
After growing up poor in a mostly African-American neighborhood of Cincinnati, the young adults have reached their early 20s. One by one, their brains were scanned by an MRI.
Does your child really understand what she reads? Kids who don't really understand what they've read might hesitate and have trouble answering questions about it.
What is these couple paragraphs about?
I'm not sure.
But kids who do understand can show you they do. They can tell you the key ideas in a text and point to the sentences in that text that support those ideas.
I feel like the main idea is talking about how lead has influenced the crime rates and skills in school and how you perform. It talks about it right here after they introduce the lead and how it affected the people that grew up in Cincinnati.
And as the vocabulary gets harder, they can figure out the meaning of unfamiliar words.
It says, I've gotten off to a disastrous start. It means the start is horribly wrong.
Because texts are more complex, even good readers won't understand everything they read. That's okay. But they need good strategies for sticking with it to try to understand it. First, kids can reread the text.
If you're not sure, what can you do?
Go back and reread.
They can ask questions.
The main question I had was where the majority of the lead exposure was coming from.
And they can make notes and annotations. So how do you make sure your child is understanding what he reads?
Parents can encourage their students to take a challenging piece of text paragraph by paragraph.
So take a few minutes and make sure your high schooler is really understanding when they read.
What are you reading about?
I'm reading about how butterflies fly and navigate.
What's the main idea?
Well, the main idea is how when it's clear and sunny, they navigate via the sun, and when it's a cloudy day, they follow the magnetic poles of the Earth.
So does your child understand what they read? If they can identify key ideas and sentences that support those ideas, figure out the meaning of unfamiliar vocabulary, and stick with it when they don't understand, chances are they do.